storage classes in C. So we are discussing about storage classes. We have already said that all that needs to be said about constants, but we are not finished with variables. So we should know variables also. To fully define a variable, one needs to mentor not only its type. So a fully define a variable, one needs to mention not only its type but also its storage class. So we also have to define its storage class also. In other words, not only do all variables have a data type, so not only do all variables have data type. That means all variables have data types, but they also have storage class. So all variables have storage class also and data type also. We have not mentioned storage classes yet, though we have written several programs in C. So we have not mentioned storage classes, but yet though we have written several programs in C. If we don't specify the storage class of a variable, so if we are not specifying storage class in a variable, in its declaration the compiler will assume a storage class depending on context in which variable is used. So the storage class of compiler will declare or assume a storage class depending on context in which variable is used. From C compiler's point of view, a variable name identifies some physical location within the computer. So from C compiler's point of view, a variable name identifies some physical location within the computer where the string of bits representing a variable value stored. So if we think like C compilers, that means if we go through C compiler's point of view, a variable name identifies some physical location. So it has some ASCII code or a number. So it locates or it tells some identifies some physical location within the computer where the string of bits representing a variable value stored, and in that location a string of bit representing a variable value stored. There are basically two kinds of locations. So there are two kinds of locations in a computer where such a value may be kept. So there are two kinds of location. So memory and CPU registers are two kind of locations. It is the variable storage class that determines in which of these two locations value is stored. That means it is variables storage class. So variable storage class is defining or determining in which of these two locations the value is stored. Moreover, a variables storage class tells us where the variables would be stored. So variable storage class tells us that where the variables would be stored. So this is A. Now B, what will be the initial value of variable? So variable storage class tells us that what will be the initial value of variable. Now if initial value is not specifically assigned, so if initial value is not specifically assigned, that is default initial value. So what will be the initial value then? So if it is not assigned like 0, so what will be? So it defines that. Now what is scope of the variable? That is in which functions the value of variable would be available. So what is scope of variable? Now D, what is life of variables? That is example, how long would be variable exist? That means long, short, etc. So that is D.